Hi there. You may remember us, Marion and Eckhart Mandana. At some point we've had a conversation about ASEA, the brand name for stabilised redox signalling molecules. You may have tried the redox gel or the ASEA water, or you may have briefly looked at the information. Or we may have just had a conversation. Anyway, we thought we'd get back in touch at this time of global uncertainty and health concerns.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people are worried about their health and the health of their loved ones, and for good reason. However, in all the doom and gloom, we know that we can be proactive by boosting our immune system. The media is full of reports on the latest advances in immunology. After all, it's our immune system that can make all the difference in times like this.
With this in mind, we invite you to watch a short video that highlights the importance of cell signalling in the body, which is critical for activating our body's defence systems. It features three medical experts while talking about redox biochemistry and what it can do for us, especially when confronted with new and infectious diseases.
It's good to know that with the arrival of ASEA, we now have a powerful ally on our side. So meet Dr. Samuelson PhD, an atomic medical physicist who discovered and developed this technology. Dr. Robertson Ward, an acclaimed community medicine physician and researcher who applies the science of redox biochemistry in his own functional clinic. And Anne-Louise Gittleman, nutritionist, health pioneer, and best-selling author of numerous books on nutrition.
Please watch this short presentation, and if you want to talk or need more information, simply press the button below and leave us a voice message or just flick us a quick message. We will get back in touch with you soon.
Bye for now.
Redox signaling science is basically a very new field. It's only been around for about 10 years. Scientists are gradually getting involved with redox signaling because they realize that it's such a fundamental process in human physiology. Plants and animals and lower forms of life and all forms of life used redox signaling messengers in order to repair themselves. Let me explain.
You see, glutathione, SOD, or catalase, well-known antioxidants, just can't hold a candle to ASEA's innate power. Glutathione is poorly absorbed, as is SOD, because the molecules don't easily break down in the system. But antioxidants are not new news, my friends. There's a ton of research about vitamin C and vitamin E and astaxanthin, but none of these superstars are native molecules to the body like ASEA. We don't innately produce vitamin C, so we must take it in foods or in supplements. But who knows the correct type of vitamin C these days? Is it ascorbic acid or food-based C that you may be allergic to, with bioflavonoids or without? There is no guesswork with ASEA because it is innate to the body. Now you can understand why I believe, and so should you, that ASEA is our ultimate health insurance. You know, the scientific world has published more than 15,000 studies on the topic of redox signaling molecules, so we're certainly standing upon the threshold of a new era.
The field of redox signaling actually is expanding. We're starting to gain a lot of knowledge. There are journals, for example, that talk about this. There have been Nobel Prizes won by people who have looked at redox signaling compounds in different cell receptors. And by the way, these same compounds that are used in redox signaling are antimicrobial. They're the same things that kill bacteria from our immune system. In fact, they're the weapon of choice. Basically, if it doesn't kill the bacteria, it doesn't get killed. And so it has to be very effective. These things have to be very effective against bacteria. Here we found something that was absolutely non-toxic and yet could touch all of these oxidative processes, or normalize, I should say, the homeostasis inside the cell, we believe. They also killed microbes, by the way, in under 30 seconds for all tested bacteria. Even the over 30 resistant strains were killed instantaneously almost by these compounds. But there was no effect on the beneficial flora that is in the gut. We could drink bottles of this stuff, literally, and have no effect on the microbiome.
The reason that we need to be aware of our 21st century infections is because there's limited amounts of what we can do medically. So are we just going to sit around and be sitting ducks? No, let's not do that. Let's do some things that are proactive to support our immune system to a vibrant level so that we can kind of take on these things and do our part. So our immune system is an important body system. It revolves around our white blood cells that are like sentinels going out and taking care of business. They're always doing surveillance. So it's important that we remember that these white blood cells that are so critical that we take for granted, that are going to hopefully help us get a first line of defense against these 21st century germs, or any germ, are going to be fully capable. So what do we do to improve the capability of our white blood cells? Well, redox molecules are released in tissues as the first cry for help from a white blood cell. So if there's a germ invading a cell, that cell will release redox molecules, and they are like calling to the white blood cell for help. And either the white blood cell gets the message or not, and sometimes that depends on whether or not there's enough molecular messenger cells, molecules, to get out there. So if it's a weak response, because there's not enough redox molecules around to work with, that call may go unanswered. And that's a problem, because they're not going to come around to surround the germ or the sick cell that's been invaded. That's what we want them to do. I know that as we supplement redox molecules, we support many of these basic reactions in our body. And I can't emphasize enough how it works at a deep and core level in our physiology to support these things. So I hope this is helpful. We do not need to be victims of germs.
The idea or the possibility of being able to stabilize redox signaling molecules and use them as bioactive, non-toxic agents inside our body is phenomenal. And it will make a difference, and it will be the future technology that will affect almost all areas of health science and well-being.